Yo, what's going on, Tribe? Coach Elijah here, man, founder of the #1 fitness and health optimization platform, the Grindtribe. And today what I'm going to be talking about is why it is important to take a more intelligent approach towards your training and why simple things like warming up is imperative, especially if you are a businessman or somebody needs to perform high very physically and mentally inside of what you do inside of your lifestyle. And so my name is Elijah. For those of you guys that may be new to my channel, and I created this platform because I want to see black and brown men operate at the highest physical and mental capacity. Back when I ran my first startup and I, started working in tech, I didn't have anybody to give me the level of mentorship and guidance around, health and lifestyle management. And I seen it adversely affect one of my businesses to the point where it even failed. And so I just want to be able to go out here and put out content that helps you guys thrive in your body, mind, and performance. And so what I want to do is I want to break down the importance of warming up and the importance of its overall high performance mindset when it comes to training. And so I was in the gym this weekend and I was doing this workout. As you can see, I did hypertrophy based workouts. I did some squats at the bench, I hit some bicep curls. It was mostly compound based movements and a little bit of secondary based muscles. Maybe about an hour I was working out, usually hitting about 4 or 5 sets. It was mostly towards strength and hypertrophy, the workout, right? Hypertrophy aka, building muscle mass. And so the reason why I want to talk about warming up and really speak to the importance of having a level of higher performance when it comes to your training is because, in order to really get your body where you need to be, you need to train effectively, right? Especially if you don't have as much time to, be spending in the gym, especially if you don't have a lot of energy to be consistently geeking out on side of what's going to help your body get to where it needs to be. And so before I jump into this, and I want to show you guys what I did for a warm up, I want to kind of speak to overall having a high performance mindset, right? Having a high performance mindset is literally just bringing more intentionality, right? And bringing more higher level thinking, right? That helps you effectively achieve more results inside of your lifestyle. And the reason why I say this is important because if you're an entrepreneur or businessman and you're trying to get in shape, you're more than likely you want to get in shape because you look good, feel good, you can perform better, right? It's good for your confidence. But realistically, you're trying to get a higher ROI in your body. When you're in shape, you feel good. When you're lean, you feel better mentally, you have better sex, all these different things. And so, being able to have a little bit more of a high performance mindset around your training with some small, simple tweaks can really, really speak to a big difference in your body and your lifestyle over time. And so inside this workout, what I did was I really started to, of course, I always started the workout with warm-ups. Now, the reason why I say you want to start the workout with warm-ups is because warm-ups is what gets your body primed to actually perform inside of a workout. There are so many different intricate things to a workout that if done wrong, it can really, really affect the result over the time, right? Such as pre-workout, post-workout nutrition, and warming up being one of those things, warm up and cool down, right? And warm up and cool down are usually similar, but I always say the purpose of the warm up is to get your body ready to move and perform. I always say, I used to go to college in Buffalo, right? And in the middle of February in Buffalo, it's like 0 degrees outside. And I always just say, hey, I always tell my clients, like in Buffalo in the middle of February, you do not want to turn on your car at 5 o'clock in the morning and just drive off to the gym. You got to turn your car on. You got to wait 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 10 minutes, depending on your car, till that baby warms up. Because if you just get into the habit of turning it on and hopping on the highway, what's going to happen is your engine is going to end up damaged, right? And so it's kind of the same process when it comes to warming up your body, especially if you lift weights inside of the gym or you train at any level of intensity, which if you're looking to build muscle, you probably want to train at some sort of, intensity with the resistance training. And so inside this warm-up, man, I always start my warm-ups with foam rolling, right? So I have some myofascial release or foam rolling for starters that I did here. And so again, the goal of my warm-up is to really just get my muscles primed. So I started off with some foam rolling, right? I usually foam roll my upper and mid back here, right? Then I switch it over. I jump onto the foam roller on side of my hips, right? Get my hips loosened up. Again, this is a full body workout, so I wanted to roll more of the areas where the retention, all right? I went over into the quads, and then of course, I immediately went into movements. Now, one of the most underrated movements is a glute press, right? So what I did was I kind of warmed up my core, my glutes and my stabilizers, knowing I was going to be squatting with some glute presses, right? I kind of did a dynamic glute press where I kind of hold my core tight and I press up off the ground, really get my hamstrings and my glutes engaged in contraction before I go into the movement, especially if I'm going to be doing compound movements like squat, right? And then I switch it over. And I went and I did sort of like these. I really like this movement because it really gets my quads and my ankles, sort of my ankle mobility and tension kind of nice and ready to kind of put me in a position to really, really feel solid foundation on my squats, right? So this is kind of just like a half squat and you're stepping down into a lunge, right? So I did a couple of those, and of course I was doing full body, so I went and I finished it off with some push-ups, keeping the form tight. There actually is a slight lag on my hips there, right? I've been slacking on my core mobility, right? But warming up my chest on some push-ups. And then lastly, I finished it off with some pull-ups, just body weight, right? Getting my back muscles, my major primary muscles engaged. Now, again, this is just an example warm-up for the workout that I said I was gonna show you here. But the reason why I show you guys this stuff is because, it only takes me about 5 or 6 minutes to do this warm-up, right? And this is a warm-up for a pretty significant base workout, right? I was lifting pretty decent load for a pretty decent amount of reps. Now, I warm up because number one, it gets my body ready to perform. Right? I warm up because it helps me prevent injury, right? Because I'm getting certain things moving, right? It's like when that car has to get warm, the engine got to get warm, the oil has to get hot, right? I warm up because, it just allows me to have more routine with when I go into the gym. If I'm working out, I need to know what my workout looks like for me to know what my warm-up is gonna look like, right? And of course, cool down is very specific to my warm-up. It's usually just mostly myofascial release, cardiovascular activity. Now, when it comes to just taking a higher level of a performance mindset towards your work, your training, this is gonna be for you if you're a very results-driven person, meaning that ideally, you want the time that you're spending in the gym, to get a higher ROI on that. And listen, some guys, they just want to go in the gym because it feels good, burn a little calories, get the endorphins going. And if that's your purpose in the gym, I 100% say that go in there, do it seriously, do what's ever going to keep you consistent as long as it's not hurting you, right, or adversely affecting your health, your joints, your body, right? But when you're trying to be intentional about producing results, right, you really, really want to be very, very specific about how you go about, your body while you're in the gym, while you're exercising. And so just a really big reminder to stop going to the gym and just jumping into the weights, right? Be more intentional about your workouts. Include your things like your warm-up, your cool downs. Make sure you're following a plan. These are just the basics, man. And if you're a results-driven guy, entrepreneur, businessman, and you, again, want to make sure that the time that you're spending inside of the gym, you're getting a good ROI on that time, right? Return on investment. Be more intentional, get your warm-ups, and develop the high-performance mindset towards your body. I hope that helps. Feel free to drop some comments below, comments to questions, and if you're new to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe. Peace, fam.